Final scene. Everyone stared at the back of Xanna's neck for a good 45 minutes. Okay, can you guys stop staring at the back of my neck? I'm starting to feel a little uncomfortable. Starting? Yeah, you guys should back off and stop staring at my little Zonzon's tattoo, Cosmo said as he got in front of everyone, blocking the mark of the back of Xanna's neck. It's not a tattoo. You're still getting rid of it so boys won't stare at you. And don't even try to think of getting another one in a different place. But it's not a— Xanna was saying as she turned around to face Cosmo and tell him that the mark wasn't a tattoo. He held up his hand. I don't want to hear it. As soon as we get back to Eversong, it's gone. But don't want to hear it. But Cosmo, it's not a— Cosmo placed a hand on Xanna's mouth. My mind has been made up, Zonzon. The tattoo is going. Xanna sighed and removed his hand. Let's just get our disguises.
Oh yes, your disguises,
Henry said and began to fish for something in his pockets.
I know I have it here somewhere.
He fished a little more.
Aha!
He pulled out a little orb-looking thing.
Here it is.
He smiled.
One of my favorite creations that he made on accident,
Simon said.
Quiet you.
Simon shrugged. Ooh, it's shiny. Can I touch it? Cosmo said as he reached out a finger to poke the shiny orb.
No!
Henry yanked the orb away. Cosmo frowned because he couldn't touch the shiny thing. Sad little British elf.
It's very fragile, and I don't want anyone to touch it,
he said as he wiped dust off of it.
Not even my own children.
Oh, Cosmo said, still frowning from not being able to touch the shiny thing. So how's this thing work? Deathium said and grabbed the orb from Henry's tiny hands.
Ah! Don't touch it!
Henry yelled and began to hop up and down. Deathium said as she looked at the orb. Is there supposed to be a button or something?
No, it works in a very specific way. Now give it back.
Well, then how does it work? Deathium said and began to tap on the orb.
Ah!
Henry climbed on Deathium's back to get the orb back. Get off me, you little monkey! Deathium began to spin around to get Henry off of her back. It didn't work out so well. Alright, you want to play hardball? I'll give you hardball! Deathium plopped down on her back and began to crush Henry. Everyone's eyes widened as they watched Henry and Deathium fight over the orb. No matter how much I like Deathium and think she's a genius, she's an idiot. Doing that to the little monkey gnome is probably going to get us killed. Yeah.
Aha! I've got it!
Henry cheered. Simon tapped on his shoulder.
Dad? Yes, Simon, my boy? That's not the orb. That's his head.
Henry looked at the thing he had in his hand. It was a head. That. Whoa. Definitely a spelling error. I'm a girl, you dumbass! Henry gasped and dropped the head. After he had done that, it tried to bite him.
Ah! Simon, my boy! Help me!
Simon rolled his eyes and cast a spell to freeze Deathium's head.
Thank you, my boy.
Henry panted as he walked over to Simon and patted his shoulder.
No problemo, Dad.
Henry nodded and straightened up.
Now to get the orb back from his body.
I'm a girl, damn it! Deathium shouted.
Of course you are.
Henry said as he walked over to Deathium's body, which was running into a tree, to get the orb. He looked at her hands and there was nothing there.
Where in the blazes?
Here, Finero, a female voice said. Henry turned around. Thanks, I guess, Finero said as he bent down to receive the orb from the female gnome.
Margaret! What are you doing here? I thought you were out with your mother!
Grocery shopping with Mom was boring, so I went to the Tower of Azor to bug Simon, but I bumped into Fionn instead. Margaret gave a little wink to Finero, shuddered a little.
I don't care how boring it is. Go back to the store and find your mother!
Henry commanded his daughter. Then he looked at Simon.
You go with her and keep an eye on her. But Dad, I wanted to make fun of the elf's ears!
Simon complained and pointed at Cosmo. What's wrong with my ears? He asked as Simon walked away with Margaret, who gave another wink to Finero. The same thing that's wrong with you entirely, Deathium and Dadgaa said. They looked at each other for a moment. Deathium raised her right eyebrow while Dadgaa raised his left. Then they both stuck their tongues out at each other. Dokoki rolled his eyes, walked over, and put Deathium's head back on her body. See, right there. It's supposed to be about how Dadgaa and Deathium were meant for each other bullshit. But here's fucking Dokoki coming all up handling this shit. I would like to see that. But spoiler alert, that doesn't happen. Will you two stop playing mirror for a second? We got some work to do. Deathium smacked Dokoki. Don't manhandle me. If anyone is gonna manhandle someone, it's gonna be me. Deathium pointed her thumb at her chest. Ugh, don't do that, Dokoki said. Why not? Because I follow your thumb, and when you point it at your chest, all I see is nasty, rotting, purplish, decaying bones instead of nice, little, pink, round Oxel smacked Dokoki. Ah, what'd I say? You know what?